In the heart of the bustling city of New Haven, nestled among a row of historic brownstones, stood an old apartment building with a reputation for harboring secrets. Its weathered facade and ivy-clad walls hinted at the stories that lay within. Among the residents was Claire Evans, a young journalist known for her keen investigative skills and unyielding curiosity. Claire had recently moved to New Haven, seeking a fresh start after a tumultuous breakup. She found solace in the charm of the old building and quickly settled into her new life. But it wasn't long before her attention was drawn to the apartment across the hall, where a mysterious stranger had recently moved in. The stranger, a reclusive man in his early 40s, kept to himself and rarely interacted with the other residents. Claire often saw him coming and going at odd hours, his tall figure and somber expression adding to the enigma that surrounded him. Intrigued by his secrecy, Claire's journalistic instincts kicked in, and she resolved to uncover the truth about her neighbor. One rainy evening, as Claire was returning home, she noticed the stranger's apartment door slightly ajar. Her curiosity got the better of her, and she cautiously approached, peering inside. The apartment was dimly lit, and the scent of old books and faded cologne hung in the air. As she glanced around, her eyes fell upon a leather-bound diary lying on a cluttered desk. Unable to resist, Claire stepped inside and picked up the diary. The cover was embossed with an intricate design, and the pages were filled with neat, meticulous handwriting. She opened it to the first entry, dated several years ago, and began to read. June 5, 2017. Today marks the beginning of my new life. I have left behind everything I once knew in search of answers. The city of New Haven is my refuge, a place where I can start anew and uncover the truth about my past. There are secrets buried within these streets, and I am determined to unearth them. Claire's heart raced as she realized she held the key to the stranger's secrets. She continued to read, captivated by the entries that followed. The diary told the story of Nathaniel Gray, a man haunted by a mysterious event that had shattered his life. He had come to New Haven in search of clues about his family's dark past, which he believed was connected to a series of unsolved crimes that had plagued the city decades ago. July 12, 2017. I have found the first clue. An old newspaper article from 1985 mentions a fire that destroyed a mansion on the outskirts of New Haven. The fire was ruled accidental, but I am convinced it was arson. My father, who perished in that fire, had been investigating a powerful syndicate involved in illicit activities. I must dig deeper. As Claire delved into the diary, she couldn't help but feel a growing empathy for Nathaniel. His quest for truth resonated with her own desire for understanding and closure. She decided to assist him in his investigation, hoping to find answers that would bring peace to them both. Determined to uncover more, Claire began her research at the local library, combing through archives and old records. She discovered that the mansion mentioned in the diary had once belonged to the prominent Blackwell family, known for their wealth and influence. The fire had indeed been suspicious, and several members of the family had perished under mysterious circumstances. Armed with this new information, Claire returned to her apartment, eager to share her findings with Nathaniel. But as she approached his door, she hesitated. She had entered his apartment without permission and read his private diary. How could she explain herself? Summoning her courage, Claire knocked on the door. Moments later, Nathaniel opened it, his expression wary. "Can I help you?" he asked, his voice tinged with suspicion. Claire took a deep breath. "I'm Claire Evans, your neighbor. I came across your diary, and I couldn't help but read it. I want to help you find the truth about your past." Nathaniel's eyes widened in shock, and for a moment, Claire feared he would slam the door in her face. But instead, he sighed and stepped aside, inviting her in. "I suppose I should be angry," he said, "but I can't deny that I could use some help. Please, come in." They sat down at the cluttered desk, and Claire shared her discoveries about the Blackwell family and the suspicious fire. Nathaniel listened intently, his demeanor softening as he realized she genuinely wanted to assist him. "Thank you, Claire," he said quietly. "I've been searching for so long, and it's been a lonely journey. Your help means more than you know." Together, they continued their investigation, piecing together the fragments of Nathaniel's past. They discovered that his father, a journalist, had been investigating a powerful crime syndicate known as the Raven's Claw. The syndicate had deep ties to the Blackwell family, and Nathaniel's father had uncovered evidence of their illegal activities. One night, as they pored over old documents, Claire noticed a pattern in the syndicate's operations. She realized that the fire was not an isolated incident but part of a larger scheme to silence those who threatened to expose them. September 22, 2017. We are getting closer. Claire has been a beacon of hope in this darkness. Together, we have uncovered the names of key members of the Raven's Claw. They operate from the shadows, but their influence is vast. We must tread carefully, for our lives are at risk. Their investigation led them to a dilapidated warehouse on the outskirts of the city, a known hideout for the syndicate. They decided to stake out the warehouse, hoping to gather evidence that would bring the Raven's Claw to justice. One night, as they watched from a hidden vantage point, they witnessed a clandestine meeting between high-ranking members of the syndicate. Claire managed to record the meeting on her camera, capturing crucial evidence of their criminal activities. With the evidence in hand, they approached Detective Harrison, a trusted member of the New Haven police force. Harrison had a reputation for his integrity and commitment to justice. He listened to their story and examined the evidence, promising to launch an investigation into the Raven's Claw. As the investigation unfolded, the syndicate's activities were exposed, and several key members were arrested. Nathaniel's father's name was cleared, and the truth about the fire that had destroyed the Blackwell mansion was finally revealed. November 10, 2017. It is over. The Raven's Claw has been dismantled, and justice has been served. My father's name has been cleared, and I can finally find peace. Claire has been my guiding light, and I cannot imagine this journey without her. She has become more than an ally, she is the heart I never knew I needed. With the mystery resolved, Nathaniel and Claire found solace in each other's company. Their shared journey had forged a deep bond between them, one that transcended the shadows of their pasts. As they stood together on the balcony of Nathaniel's apartment, watching the city lights twinkle below, they knew their story was only beginning. Epilogue. Years later, Claire published a book titled The Secret Diary of a Stranger, chronicling their journey and the secrets they had uncovered. The book became a bestseller, bringing awareness to the hidden crimes of the Raven's Claw and honoring the memory of those who had fought for justice. Nathaniel and Claire, now inseparable, continued to work together as investigative journalists, uncovering truths and shining a light on the darkness that lurked in the world. Their love and partnership flourished, proving that even in the face of the unknown, the human spirit could triumph. The old apartment building in New Haven remained their home, a place where their story had begun and where their hearts had found a sense of belonging. And as they lived out their days, they knew that the secret diary of a stranger had brought them together, forever changing their lives.